everybody. Hello, hello. Wanted to take an opportunity to give you all a little bit of an update on what's going on with me. Uh, I continue to need your prayers. I am in the hospital, as you can tell, and have been in the hospital for, well, since Monday. I got a little bit of COVID in my lungs, a little bit of pneumonia, and they brought me in the hospital just for a chest scan to see how I was doing, and found out there were a couple of splotches of pneumonia, just a few splotchy areas, and so they decided to keep me and start me on Remdesivir, which has been a tremendous drug that has really knocked COVID back on its butt. But now I have to recover from the breathing part. So I know that a lot of you have been sending me messages. I have not been responding, and that's not to say I'll continue to respond to messages from here on out. But I knew I owed it to you guys to pop in and say hello and let you know how I'm doing. Um, my speech is better. My oxygen is better. What happened today was I was supposed to go home, but when they stood me up to do me the walk around test in the room, my oxygen dropped a little further than they would have liked it to have. So they said more anti-inflammatories and more rest before they'll send me home. So, yeah, the shave is the least of my problems. But, yeah, thank you all for the great comments, all the prayers. I see so many of you that are praying, and I appreciate that. So please don't speculate on how I'm doing. Here I am, and I just covered your prayers, and appreciate all of you that continue to do that. It's not easy, and this thing has been a butt kicker for sure, but I know that you guys have been faithful in sending your prayers, and that's meant a lot. So I know a lot of you have been really desperate for an update. You wanted to hear something, and so I know that you guys are faithfully praying. So I'm not cooking anything today. I'm drinking a Diet Pepsi, living off hospital food. So that tells you what kind of culinary delights I'm dealing with. But they've been real kind to me, and um, I wanted to. My wife is remaining well. Yes, she's doing well. So yeah, we had one of our fans did some detective work, found out where I was, and mailed me a flower, and appreciated that. But if y'all just send up the prayers, I'd appreciate it. That was very kind, and I'm grateful. But right now, I just need your prayers. Puree liver, you don't that sound good, skyscraper? So yeah, I can laugh and talk a lot better than I was doing. It's just whenever I stood up to do the walk around the room test, they didn't like the number there a little bit. So I'm trying to stare at the camera. Hope anybody else out there dealing with it? Anybody else out there dealing with COVID? You know, it's funny. Um, channel was just starting to get some rocking and rolling, and then this happened. But it's funny, the channel keeps growing. I keep going back on and checking the subscriptions for our channel, and it continues to do better. Debbie Smith, I know Debbie Smith has had to deal with COVID. Yeah, no skyscraper, no liver for me either. Yeah, Debbie told you I was in the hospital. Yeah. I appreciate y'all's prayers. Hello, one Sean. Overall, I would say I'm doing better. You know, I would. Overall, I say I'm doing better. It's just one of those small setbacks because of the dropping in oxygen. Hope so they get some more inflammation down in my lungs where my body will be able to transfer the oxygen and deal with that a little better. I'll get to go home. So I don't know when that's going to be. Yeah, JB, sorry about that. Yeah, does any of you have any questions? I've got you sitting here on this tray thing. You know, when I did my final entry in my COVID vlog, I didn't know there was going to be a to be continued part. Yes, I've been able to stay out of the ICU. And I know a lot of you have been worried about me. And I know you've expressed that concern, and that's very heart touching. And thank you all. Thank you, Bill K. Hello, Pat. Pat was checking in on me earlier. So yeah, it's just an ongoing process. And I really, up until this point, hadn't felt like doing any live streams. But I think you guys deserve one. I really haven't been sharing a lot about my condition. First of all, I hadn't felt up to it. Second of all, didn't want a lot of contacting. And I know that sounds mean, but when you're sick, I really didn't feel like responding. So I thought I would do one of these and keep everybody updated. Yeah, I'll keep resting, keep taking the medication, and keep hopefully working on these old lungs. But I've never had lung issues, ever, in my life. Never had pneumonia, never had, any lung issues. So this is my first time having fun with that. People like to keep that stuff private, that's true. Thank you, Tony and Susie Miller, that's very kind. Hello, Ryan. Thank you, Bob. Like I said, we've developed a online camaraderie, and I want to try to keep you guys as part of what's going on as possible without being too aggressive or invasive. Stefan was wondering about me. I'd sent Stefan an update early, but even hadn't talked to Stefan. I Breck sent me our buddy Breck sent me a message, message from Jordan. Everybody's been concerned. Message from Pat. Um, everybody's been concerned, and it's been appreciated, but it hasn't always been, haven't felt up to responding. Thank you, Jonathan. I appreciate that. So it's not fun. You like the old beard, old scraggly. So yeah, does anybody else have any questions or anything else I can try to answer for you? Poor old Corey. Debbie's been keeping up her assault on Corey. That's true, Lisa. That's true. Oh, Sean wants to know about hospital food. It really hadn't been bad. I can't complain. They have a room service menu. I can choose anything I want, and they do their best to try to help you out. Thank you, the top vloggers. Appreciate that. Hello, Stephanie. AH, how are you? Well, thank you, Steve. L. Cameron, hello. Now I look like a rock star. I don't know about that. I look like a rough star. A rough star. Shantina, how are you, Shantina? Yeah, I've got people taking care of the church. Yeah, everything's covered. Hello, Tracy. Denise. Yeah, all of you, please keep the prayers. Please, even if you're not a praying person, please find some time to say some prayers for old kid, would you? Oh, I've had nothing but support. I've nothing but support from my family, my friends, my church family, my YouTube people. Been nothing but supportive. Oh, it's a long process, takes time. Thank you, Debbie. My wife is doing good. Nope, my wife's not able to visit. Yeah, that's the other part about this. People can't come see you. It was, how did this turn? Probably around Christmas Eve. Just didn't start. I started feeling a little different, and even though I was taking my vitamins, just didn't feel. I didn't feel exactly right, and so we let that go for a couple of days, and finally, my doctor recommended going and getting a chest X-ray. If my oxygen dropped below 87, to go to the ER. So that's what we did. My oxygen dropped below 87, went to the ER, and they did a chest X-ray. So it was kind of out of the blue. Um, and like the doctor described it, it wasn't like one side of your chest has pneumonia. It was like there's a little splotch here, and a little splotch over here, and a little splotch over here. So they immediately hit it aggressively. And here I am. I do feel better. I really do. I feel better. Um, I could not, let's say 3 days ago, I couldn't have talked to you this much without coughing really bad. So there has been quite a bit of improvement. And as long as I can get my oxygen to stay up when I'm walking around the room, then that'll be the next improvement. So yeah, for those of you just joining me, I'm in the hospital and trying to get over this rest of these COVID consequences. Thank you, everybody. I wanted to give you a chance to ask your questions and see how I'm doing, give you an update. I don't know how frequently I'll do this, but I wanted to give you that opportunity so you guys will remember to pray for me and keep on praying for the kid. I believe God answers prayer, so you guys keep praying. Thank you, One Sean. Okay, everybody, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you, Skyscraper. I appreciate that. Thank you, Vinny. I appreciate that, my friend. What meds did they give me? Remdesivir. Remdesivir. Thank you, Cindy. Yeah, that was the main medicine is the Remdesivir, which they got to give intravenously, and they're given to a lot of hospitalized COVID patients. Is the Remdesivir antiviral? Then they give you an anti-inflammatory and a something else. So, okay. I did want to give you the opportunity to see me and say hello and let you know I'm still here so far. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for praying. Thanks for being faithful. And we just need your prayers. I'll update you when I can. We'll talk with you later. Goodbye.